Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Anderson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now a handoff here to his running back. There he goes inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a 2nd straight week.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff looking right. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Watson. A quick hitter complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Texans send the punter out. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This is fielded at the 27. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because he had two drives with turnover. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in this spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Looking left side, and it's complete. A huge play there for Houston, and even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Let's go!
Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. Now Anderson. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Detroit! Back it up! Now let's go! Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Go! Now let's go! Watch it!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. Flushed out right. Anderson loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! 38!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, Go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Here we go.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays, not to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out come the Jags. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Anderson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. To throw on 2nd down, Anderson. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now.
Now they try the right side here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Anderson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fielded about a yard deep. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And to give this time to the tailback. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Anderson operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run past midfield. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
From the 50, it's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out.